welcome to LearnToCook.com. I'm Chef Mark, and today we're preparing French toast, certainly a staple for American breakfast and for buffets. I like to choose different breads depending on my breakfast guests or who the customers are. One of the breads I really like to use is Challah or challah bread. It's a Jewish bread, lots of egg and raisins. Also, you can use what they call king's bread or Hawaiian king's bread from Hawaii, also rich in egg yolk. Brioche makes a great French toast too. Brioche bread, which is from France. The other bread I like to use many times is the holiday bread that comes out during the holiday season in the winter, Pannetone, an Italian bread. Pannetone has raisins and citron. That makes a very nice French toast as well. It's a little more delicate because it's soft, but depending on the various grades of Pannetone, you can pay from $4 to $14 for it. And it has more citron and cherries in it, and raisins and currants. It just smells wonderful. Certainly making a French toast, you want to have a skillet. I like to use a non-stick skillet. I have 5 eggs I've beaten in this bowl. I'm going to add some vanilla. That's an important ingredient, right, in French toast. It's a great American breakfast item, probably a tablespoon of vanilla. 5 eggs, I have a 1/4 cup of milk. I'm going to give that a little, I'm going to whisk that around in my bowl. You can use, for French toast, melted butter. But many times I like to use butter that's been separated or melted. I'll show you that over here as we go to the stove to make our French toast. So here is the butter I spoke about. It's melted butter in which I have melted the butter and removed the foam from the top and then actually poured off all the impurities and salt that was on the bottom. So it's a clear butter. I guess you'd say it's clarified butter. This gives me a little more, insurance. Should the pan be too hot or I'm rushing making the breakfast for some reason. It's nice to cook French toast on medium heat, so we're heating up the pan. I'm going to put some butter, 2, 3, 4 tablespoons of butter, maybe 5 in the pan, depending on the size of the pan. Then I have my a bit thin butter. We don't want to soak it too long. That's the key with doing the French bread, is that you want it soaked too long, it breaks up. Then it gets very soggy. In the meantime, I also have maple syrup that I have put in a double boiler to heat up because I want to have some nice maple syrup to serve on my French toast. So they're soaking. They soaked up enough liquid. Nothing's worse than the center of the French toast being dry. You want to have that batter in there. Always place it away from you. It's sizzling. That's a good sign. I think I can fit one more in there. And so medium heat, not too high, but you want to have the classic characteristic brown top on the French toast. And I'll show you a little tip later on as we go to finish off our French toast. Shake the pan a little bit so it isn't sticking. When you pan fry things, always turn them away from you, right? So you don't splash yourself. That's looking nice. That's the color we like, right? The traditional French toast color pops up very nice. Some people have added a baking powder to that, but you have to be careful if it doesn't mix well. So I would avoid any leavener. There's enough leavening agent in the egg yolk itself and the egg whites. So let's get that heat up a little bit. I've also earlier toasted up some almonds. We'll add that to it. I have a nice garnish of orange and raspberry. So now it's the color that I like. I'm going to turn off the heat. I'm going to pour up some of that heated butter that I used to cook. Just put a few tablespoons in here. We have a little egg in the bottom of the pan. We add a little orange liqueur. It's nice to that for the adults in the audience. Little Grand Marnier. So we flame that Grand Marnier up. We swirl that. Pour that over the top of the pan. Nice flavor. Burn off the alcohol. Let's take our maple syrup. Bring that over to our table. We're going to finish off with some toasted almonds. Since we have Grand Marnier in that, little orange wedges make some nice garnish. Maybe we'll sprinkle a little sugar on the top if you want, just a little extra I'm a pyromaniac, so I'm going to, kind of burn up my sugar a little bit. With a nice color. Let's pour some of that heated maple syrup over that. It sure smells and looks wonderful. So enjoy your French toast today.